Suicide. The word caught your attention, didn't it? Truth is, it catches everybody's attention, just not the things leading up to it. You don't take notice to the girls that sit back and don't say anything. The ones that are 1 second into a conversation completely knowing what you're talking about, and then nothing. They completely zone out. There's something on their mind. Something's there and they're thinking. So don't ignore it. Go up and ask. Because depression isn't fun, and you don't know what that girl is going through or that boy. Just open your ears. It's not hard. And I don't know, I'm pretty sucky when it comes to these videos and talking about it, because I get really shy and I'm scared that people are judging me on what I'm saying and what I'm doing. But this is one thing I don't want to go unnoticed anymore. Tomorrow you could wake up and there'd be a phone call and a voicemail on your phone saying that your best friend just died. They killed themselves. How's that going to make you feel, knowing that you didn't take the time out of your day to realize that something was wrong? And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. You're not forcing them to do it. You're not holding the gun. You're not forcing the pills down their throat. But I'm saying that words do hurt, and it can affect anybody at any point in time. And some people it hurts a lot more than what others think it does. You can sit and call me fat, and I'd say, oh, I don't care, it doesn't bother me. It's going to stay in my head for the rest of my life. I'm going to remember the day that boy called me fat, and it hurts. No matter how much I say I don't care what people say, I do. It hurts worse than anything. And people don't understand why you'll go and you'll cut yourself for it. Because why would you take this razor and induce physical pain on yourself when you could just be like, oh no, it's nothing, shrug it off, But it is. Suicide's so deadly, obviously, because you die, but you could hold your tongue and not try to embarrass that person and not try to make them feel worse about themselves. You could sit there and just talk to them, ask them what's wrong. Just be a friend. Our generation is so messed up, and we complain about it. We say nothing's ever going to change. It's all our parents' fault. No, it's our fault. No one's making us do what we want to do. No one's making us do what we are doing. We need to sit back and realize that we can change this. All you have to do is stand up. Suicide and depression and addiction are so harmful to everybody. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you're a stoner and you sit and you smoke pot every day. Yeah, it's fun, but it takes away your mentality to deal with the emotional aspect that you're missing out on when you're not high. I see all these people becoming sober and trying to straighten their lives out, and I have so much respect for them. But I want to see everybody else do it. I want to see those people who don't think it's wrong open their eyes and be like, hey, maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time to straighten out. You don't have to quit doing what you do completely. That's fine. You want to go out and you want to party with your friends on a weekend, fine, but be in control of it. Don't let it take over your whole life like these kids nowadays are doing. I know I don't have any room to talk. Most of the people in this town know my past. But I'm tired of hearing about the car accidents and the people that are missing out on life because they died and they made a bad choice. We all make bad choices, and it's nothing to hold against their head. But we can control what we say to people. We can control how we make them feel. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't. But I care whether you make people feel like shit or not. I was on the receiving end of it. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere, like I didn't belong in this world. Why do we sit back and say that words don't hurt when they do? How would you feel if you're the one sitting there getting picked on every day, being called fat, being called a whore, being called a slut? It doesn't feel good. You're going to go home and you're going to think about it and you're going to remember it your whole life. And For some people, they don't know how to deal with it, so they take it out other ways. They get high, they get drunk, they cut themselves, they kill themselves. Why are we so blind to this issue? It's time to step up. It's time to hold everyone's hand and walk through it. And I'm not blaming anybody, because we've all made mistakes. And I've made fun of people. I've picked on them relentlessly. And I've also been picked on relentlessly. But I want to make the change happen. I want this world to be better. This is the generation that I have hope for. I want us to turn it around. Instead of going downhill the farther along we go in life, I want us to stand up and make a change. When you see somebody get bullied at school or out on the street, help them. Don't sit back and do nothing and laugh along with the person who's doing it. Stand up for it. You know it's wrong. I don't care whether you've just recently picked on that person yesterday. But if you open your eyes and you say, man, I'm sorry. I made a bad decision and it's not my place to judge you. Like, everyone's different. Everyone goes through life thinking that it's not right to be different. But it is. Like, we were born an original. And it's no one's place to judge you, because they're just as different as everybody else. It's time to stop fitting in with the crowd. And it's time to make this change. I remember my sister was in high school and AJ killed himself. Could somebody have stopped it? No one knows. No one knows at all. But I think that if we come together and we raise our voice and we let those people who deal with drug habits every day and who cut themselves, if we tell them that we understand, even if you don't quite get why they do it, but if you understand enough to know that they shouldn't be going through that, then tell them, let them know they're not alone. We all face this struggle, and some of us don't know how to deal with it. But it's time to get our heads out of our asses and do something about this, because I'm tired of seeing these teenagers ruin their lives and die because of something somebody said. It's not fair. I remember coming home every single day asking myself why I'm here, because I felt worthless. I felt like nobody needed me. But truth is, everyone needs you. Everyone somewhere along the line will need you. And I don't care if anybody thinks I'm stupid for just blabbering on and on about this and trying to raise attention to something that maybe no one cares about. But I care about it. No one should have to feel like they have to end their lives because of somebody else. It's time to stand up, and it's time to change it. So please, just do me one favor. Spread the word. You see someone getting bullied, help them. Don't let them there to fend for themselves, because they can't always stick up for themselves. They don't know how. Just change yourself little by little. I'm not asking you to save the world, and I'm not asking you to completely change who you are. I'm just asking you to help those who can't find their way, who feel like they need to die because they don't belong. We need to help. We need this problem to end. A minute can save a life.